And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to the Mobil1 Cup Series in Season 8 as we get ready to continue on our chase for the championship. This is race number 20, and this is going to be our 5th race of the chase for the Mobil1 Cup Series championship. As we come into this race, this is basically where the road course aces need to come out on top to be able to keep themselves in the hunt for the championship. And James Silverfox finds himself on the pole position, trying to become the, I believe it would be the fourth two-time winner this season. No, I'm sorry, it would be the 5th. I apologize. The 5th two-time winner, joining the likes of James McLeod, Dylan Poteet, Ricky Falcon, and Jake Rogers. James Silverfox is going to try and get it done here today. He's well known for his road course racing style. He'll start off alongside as well of another driver well known for his road course racing style, Joshua Collard, so not much of a surprise to see both of these drivers starting up on the front row. Now for Joshua Collard, though, he's got more on his mind than trying to impress all of his road course racing fans. He has to try to get himself back up in the hunt for the championship. He right now comes into this race a total of 129 points out of the top position in the standings. Basically almost an unprecedented feat and almost an impossible thing to be able to do, but it still is mathematically possible, amazingly enough. But he really needs a lot of good luck in the next coming weeks after today's race as well. Also, we got an interesting story coming into this race, the fact that we end up having only a 3-point lead in the point standings. I think that is possibly the closest we have coming into this week, with the possible exception of Snickers because of the reformatting of points last week at Darlington. But nonetheless, this is going to be really a close battle, and it's actually going to take place between a couple of teammates, James McLeod and Dylan Poteet. Now here's an interesting thing too that you got to keep in mind. If you didn't see the Truck Series race yesterday, James McLeod won the Truck Series race and Dylan Poteet finished in 3rd. So both of them had really good runs here in the Truck Series race at Lime Rock. How's that going to play out in today's race as well? And then also a big story that we'll have to keep an eye on too, Ricky Falcon. Two-time winner, back-to-back winner at the races of Homestead and Darlington. We'll see what he can do as he continues to try and run down the top two as well and make it a 3-man fight for this points lead. But let's get these cars rolling off, though. As they roll off and round this racetrack, we'll be showing you your starting lineup on the top of your screen. The drivers highlighted in yellow are your chasers. Let's see who the lucky driver is that's going to be starting up ahead of everybody there. That's Caleb Farrell in the 42. If you didn't watch the Last of Us Light Series or Truck Series race, for some reason at this particular Lime Rock course, the starting grid is kind of screwed up, and the driver that's starting mid-pack in the 21st or 23rd position, I don't remember which, actually starts up ahead of everybody, and they have to actually maneuver their way past him on the initial start of this race. They were able to do it on the Last of Us Light Series race and the Truck Series race, so they shouldn't have any trouble getting around the 42 and moving him back to the starting position he's supposed to actually be starting in. We told you that there's only a 3-point advantage for the James McLeod machine over the Dylan Poteet machine coming into today's race, but the rest of the points are as follows. Ricky Falcon is 3rd in the points. He has a total of 17 points back. Total of 27 points back is 4th in points LJ Mills. Then it's Levi McIntyre. He's 5th in the point standings. Right now a total of 39 points back. Zach Hamlin is 6th in points. He is 42 points out. Charles Jackson is a total of 48 points out. He is in 7th. And then Tristan Folks, Gene Sanford, Jake Rogers, Jessica Shelton, and Joshua Collard. That's the rest of the top 12. And Tristan Folks on down are at least 50 or more points out. So they really need good runs here today. And a couple of them starting up here at the front. Collard starting off in 2nd, Jessica Shelton in 3rd, and Gene Sanford starting this race in 5th. Caleb Farrell should be moving to the outside here to allow everybody to go on by him. There he goes. So I'll go to the middle line to be able to go past him and pick up their spots here. And we should be good to go green here, as James Silverfox is going to lead him down. Green flag is out. We're underway here at Lime Rock for 20 laps of racing. 5 more laps than our Truck Series race was. And that was a major lag. Don't know what happened there, but I do know that Joshua Collard, trying to get the run on the high side there through this corner, now takes the advantage on the inside line through this turn. Silverfox going to battle back, and now Silverfox will keep the top spot. So a little bit of cat and mouse there between the 33 and the 34. Whoa! contact there between Collard and Jessica Shelton. Collard getting extremely loose, but Jessica Shelton was there. Now she'll try and take second place away from Collard. Collard slips up again, and now that's going to move Jessica Shelton to the runner-up spot. Jordan Davis now going to try and look for third. Oh, spin back there! Danny Wells has been spun around off the nose of Sean Galligan into the bus stop, and I don't know if that's a caution. It is indeed. Caution flag going to be out for the first time here today at Lime Rock. Trouble in the bus stop area. We're not using the bus stop anymore, but there was a wreck in that area, and it involved the 5 of Danny Wells. There he is, able to continue on. There was another car that got a piece of that, too, that kind of helped Sean Galligan spin Danny Wells around, but I couldn't tell who it was. It was like right up in your face there in that camera. So James Silverfox going to be the leader under our first caution. That didn't take long at all. Let's not waste any time. Let's head back, find out what happened to the 5 of Danny Wells. Well, this was quite a tight pack of racing back here. They were 3 wide in quite a few portions of this field. And Danny Wells just going to get up there into that dirt. Causes his car to get loose. He comes down actually off the nose of third in the point standings, Ricky Falcon. 2-time winner, back-to-back winner, actually the winner from the last 2 weeks. And he and Sean Galligan get into Danny Wells, who came across their noses, and Danny spins down into the grass. He's able to continue, though. I don't really think the 1 or the 64 or even the 5 really got much damage. So just a solo car spin for the most part here on the back portion of this racetrack is enough to put us under the yellow flag for the first time here today at Lime Rock. Let's head back now for the restart. Lights are out atop the pace car. Lap 4 of 20s when we'll go back to green. Silver Fox leads. Shelton second. Third place Jordan Davis. Joshua Collard probably pretty happy to see that caution come out. He's able to regroup now after he slipped back from second to fourth. Gene Sanford's fifth. Matthew Dallio runs sixth. Seventh is Justin Talampas. Tristan Folks is in eighth. Andreas Allen ninth. And Trent Dunham will complete the top 10. As we're going to get ready to go back to green, you look at the back of the field here. Caleb Farrell back here, as well as Sean Galligan, Ricky Falcon, Danny Wells, who spun out. They are all still on track and still running. We have all 42 of our competitors still on the racetrack. And I actually just found out the reason that Caleb Farrell is at the tail end of the field, he did not fall back far enough to the spot he was supposed to start in. He ended up getting black flagged. So that was a caution that actually helped him too. He was able to do a pass-through penalty under caution and start at the tail end of the longest line rather than having to do it under green. So that caution helping a number of drivers here. The one it didn't really help was James Silverfox, but now he's kind of saying, hey, I don't really care. I'm still going to take this lead and I'm going to run away with it. The Turner Motorsports team has really been good this season. A number of their drivers go into victory lane. James McLeod's been to victory lane twice. Dylan Poteet's been to victory lane twice. James Silverfox been to victory lane, and also, who's the other driver I was trying to think of? Dylan Young, that's right. A number of the Turner cars have yet to go to victory lane, though. Tim Walsh hasn't been to victory lane yet. Neither is Justin Talampas or Cassandra Renzi. But right now, Jordan Davis trying to run down James Silverfox. 2 former winners this season, but 2 of them having entirely different seasons. James Silverfox 20th in the point standings. Jordan Davis, despite having a win this season, still 42nd in points. He's actually tied for 41st points with Andy Timmons right now, and he's going to try and take the lead from Silverfox here. See if he can get a run on the inside. He actually did. Got a nice run on that inside line, and he's going to take over the top position. So one thing I'm noticing about Lime Rock is it's not exactly very consistent, because I actually had a little bit of a flashback to our Last of Us Late series race when it was a battle between Nick Pericles and Ty Dent for the lead. And for reasons and purposes, Silverfox would have been Ty Dent, and Jordan Davis would have been Nick Pericles. And when Jordan Davis made that move in the final corner on Silverfox, when Ty Dent had the move made on him, he was able to get a run off the final corner on the high side and keep the top position. Silverfox was not able to do it. Jordan Davis got to his inside, was able to drive it in hard here into this right-hander and take over the top position. So Lime Rock not consistent here at all. So it makes this track so unpredictable. And there's a car on pit road. That looked like it was the Sean Henley machine. And I don't know why Sean's on pit road, but he's now leaving it. So something going on with the 69 machine. Tell you, with all the fluctuating of this track... Oh, wow, what happened to Tristan Folks? He's all the way back here now, too. And he restarted up inside the top 10. Something might have happened between him and Henley. I don't know. Lawler's way back here, too, as well as Caleb Farrell. But Lawler and Farrell restarted 41st and 42nd. But big question mark over why Sean Henley was on pit road and why Tristan Folks is all the way back where he is. Right now, though, huge lead for Jordan Davis at the current moment. Last thing he wants to see is a yellow flag. Joshua Collard has moved into second. Matthew Dallio is now to third. Jessica Shelton to fourth. And Silver Fox, who was leading on that restart, has now slipped all the way back to the fifth position. Sixth place is going to be Justin Talampas. Bob Jones now runs in seventh. Eighth place, Gene Sanford. Ninth place, Cassandra Renzi. And Andreas Allen now is completing the top 10, I believe. Cassandra Renzi right now having a great run. You know, there's been a couple of drivers in all three series, Trucks, Mobil, and Snickers, that really have just, even though they're not in the chase, they've been so consistent and just dominated the rest of the regular points. George Roke's been that driver over in Trucks, and he actually came away with a decent finish in yesterday's Truck Series race. Cassandra Renzi has been the driver in the Mobil Cup Series. She has just been pulling away from other drivers in the point standings that are outside of the chase. And then the driver that would fill in that area as far as the Snickers Cup would obviously be Danny Wells, with the way that he just ended up coming away with back-to-back wins once the Snickers Cup Series chase began. When we come around to stripe, there'll be lap 10 on the board, and when they get halfway around on that lap, we will be at the halfway point of this race. So far, we've had only one caution flag, but we've definitely not been lacking for eventful stuff going on here at all. Ended up having Danny Wells spin out. That brought out our first caution. But since then, we've been clean and green. But there have been a couple of stories that have kind of emerged from that. Sean Henley on pit road for some kind of unscheduled pit stop, so it would seem. And Tristan Folks, who started this race off, restarted, I believe was in the 8th position, now running all the way back at the tail end of the field. Right now, though, the big story is Jordan Davis just putting on a clinic at the current moment over the rest of the field. The battle continues for second place. It's now been moved to Matthew Dallio. Joshua Collard now about to slip back into the clutches of Jessica Shelton. That would be for the 3rd position. Both those drivers, 11th and 12th in points, Shelton and Collard I'm talking about, really needing a run here, possibly a win to get themselves, at least to get themselves on the right track of getting themselves back into the hunt for the championship. Speaking of the championship, where are our two drivers that were the spotlight drivers coming into this race? Where are they running? How about James McLeod? Right now, not the best of runs for James. Right now in the 30th position. He won the Truck Series race here yesterday, but he had much better track position then than he does now. How about the guy trying to run him down for the points lead? How about Dylan Pote? Where is he? He's running 10 spots better right now in the 20th position, trying to catch up to road course ace Anthony McCrory. So right now, Dylan Poteet's in the best position at the current moment. We saw Ricky Falcon end up having that contact with Danny Wells under the first caution, but he right now is running the 25th position. So he's running better than McLeod is, but running just a couple of spots, 5 spots behind Dylan Poteet. How about LJ Mills in the 54, 4th in the point standings? Right now he's running in the 17th position, and Levi McIntyre, 5th in points, is just ahead of him. He's actually in 15th place, and I believe LJ is now in 16th. Yep, the scoring monitor hadn't updated itself yet. So right now it's pretty close between the top 5 in points, and actually it would be between the top 6 because Zach Hamlin's not too far back here. He's right now currently in the 23rd position. So they're all actually in really close proximity to each other, with the possible exception of James McLeod. Poteet running in 20th, and then Ricky Falcon running in 25th. And LJ Mills, Levi McIntyre, Zach Hamlin peppered right between those two. How about Jake Rogers? There's been a big report going around with the fact that Jake Rogers, this is his final season in NNSCRA competition. Very sad news that he's going to be leaving, but Jake Rogers trying to at least finish out the season as best he can. Two-time winner of the season, looking for his third win of the season. Right now, 38th on the running order. Jordan Davis continues to lead the way. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. Wow, we just slipped up right there. And then we'll come back for possibly the final 5 laps of this race. You're watching the Mobil1 Cup Series Chase Race, number 5 here from Lime Rock Raceway. Welcome back here to Mobil1 Cup Series Racing from Lime Rock. The leader, Jordan Davis, just took the signal of 5 more laps to go as we are now on lap 16 of 20. Right now, Davis trying to look for his second win of the season. Joshua Collard right now the highest running of the Chasers, and definitely really needs a good run here today as he comes in dead last out of all the Chasers in the point standings. Matthew Dallio lines up in the 3rd position. Remember, he ended up having a Truck Series win a couple of weeks ago at Darlington. He'd love to be able to win in Mobil. Jessica Shelton, the 2nd lowest running of the Chasers, 11th in points. Right now, actually about to try and take 3rd place away from Dallio. 5th place is Bob Jones, 6th Cassandra Renzi, Cody Lamas now 7th, Wolfgang Mason's 8th, 9th Dylan Young, and right now a battle for 10th between the pole sitter James Silverfox and Andreas Allen. Oh, and we got pit stops! Pit stops are going on here, and all the leaders are in. Ricky Falcon is also in. He might have pitted a lap earlier. And it looks like Mason Wood has decided to stay out. So I believe the lead will cycle over to the 2. And indeed it will. Mason Woods only got 1 victory in NNSCRA competition, and that came at Watkins Glen back, I believe it was in Season 6. It was a Truck Series race. Right now, he is leading the way here, and let's see if this is going to be wise strategy on his part, staying out an extra lap. He'll probably have to come in this time, and this is also important because it gives us a bit of a fuel, a pit window here to go by now. Lap 16, 15, 16, 17, that's about the pit window that these drivers seem to have, and we'll be able to now utilize that in the Snickers Cup Series race here tomorrow. And Mason Wood is now in. Nick Smith just completing his service. Sean Galligan about to finish up his. And there you see Justin Talampas going on by. There goes Gene Sanfron by. All these drivers getting back on the lead lap. Gas and go for Mason Wood. That was a quick pit stop, and he's going to kind of get boxed in there behind Danny Wells. And I think the leaders just bypassed him. There's Dallio. There's Collard. And Collard, they're saying, is the leader. They're saying Joshua Collard has come around as the leader. I don't know what happened to the previous leader, Jordan Davis, but he's not anywhere to be found. And oh boy, they're really racing hard up ahead. Saw Ricky Falcon get off course there for a moment. So with 3 laps to go, 2 when they hit the stripe, it is showing Joshua Collard as the leader. 2nd place, Matthew Dallio. 3rd place would be Jessica Shelton. 4th, Bob Jones, and Jordan Davis would now be back in 5th. And there is a lap machine in between 2nd place and 3rd place, and that is Nick Smith in the 3. So Collard's going to come down. It looks like Jacob Lawler is now on the pit lane. And Collard could have some company up ahead here. Stephen Pollard III is just up ahead. Ricky Falcon, Tim Walsh. That's a couple of drivers that had great runs at Darlington. Not doing so well here today. Dylan Poteet's way back here now in 35th. Gene Sanford 30th. Holsitter Silverfox all the way back here now out in the 30s. Trying to find the points leader coming into this race, James McLeod. Where did he cycle after all this? He's now 20th. So I think his points lead would continue to grow. Where's LJ Mills? There's LJ, 11th right now. And I thought I saw Levi McIntyre there in 12th. I did indeed. Well, this is certainly going to shake the points up, but right now, it is all Joshua Collard with the white flag being displayed. Joshua Collard, the road course master, going to try and see if he can win here at Lime Rock, but look who's right behind him, Matthew Dallio. And you saw in the Oreo Truck Series race where it was Nick Smith, a rookie, leading the way, but he could not hold off the veteran savvy of James McLeod. In this case, will it be the veteran Joshua Collard not able to hold off the rookie Matthew Dallio? He goes a little wide in that corner, did Joshua, and here comes Matthew Dallio with a run, going to try and make a move here. Can't do it here, and he's going to try and maybe dive bomb it here into the final right-hander. Joshua Collard running his line, doesn't get it off course, will hang on to it and hang on to the victory. Joshua Collard's going to pick up his second win of the season as he takes the checkered flag here at Lime Rock. And for a driver that is over 120 points out of the top position in the chase standings, he may be written off already for a win for the championship, but what a great victory for him here today. His second win of the season. His first one, of course, coming at Coca-Cola Speedway. And today he wins at a road course here at Lime Rock and joins the likes of James McLeod, Dylan Poteet, Ricky Falcon, and Jake Rogers as a two-time winner here in Season 8 of the Mobil 1 Cup Series. Great runs for both him and for Jessica Shelton, coming away with a third-place finish. Both these drivers way down in the point standings, maybe not going to be able to compete for the championship, but great runs for them here. Well-needed momentum boosters for both the 33 and the 9 teams. So this race is official. Collard gets the victory. Let's find out where the rest of our chasers end up finishing this race. Shelton was in third. Tristan Folks, another driver who actually really needed a good run, got 6th place today, so very well done for him. Saw Mason Wood try and stretch it on that those green flag pit stops. He'll come away with 8th place, though. I don't think he'll be disappointed with that. And Caleb Farrell, wait a minute, wasn't Caleb Farrell at one point way back in the low 30s and possibly back in like 40th place? He's going to come away with a top 10 after the cycle of those pit stops. Wow. LJ Mills was 11th. 12th place was Levi McIntyre. James McLeod will battle back for 19th, and I think that's still going to keep him the points lead. So, nice comeback there by the 51 car, the Truck Series winner here yesterday. Charles Jackson was 23rd. Jake Rogers back in 25th. Pulsitter Silver Fox finished back in 30th. Gene Sanford was 31st. Sean Henley finished on the lead lap in 32nd after we saw him have to make a bit of an unscheduled pit stop. I don't know if he had to pit again or not. I think he probably did. Thought maybe with that cycle of pit stops he'd be able to pick up more positions having pitted earlier, but apparently not. Dylan Poteet was 31st. Ricky Falcon was Poteet was 35th, my apologies, and Ricky Falcon was 36th. And then you look further down here, there's a couple drivers actually finished a lap down. Nick Smith, Sean Galligan, Danny Wells, who we saw spin out, and Jacob Lawler finished 3 laps down in dead last. So, interesting turn of events here in the finishing out of today's race at Lime Rock. But the end result is that Joshua Collard, who started the race in second, will finish the race with the win after some great pit strategy got him out in front after the cycle of green flag pit stops. So, two-time winner Joshua Collard will take this win over into next week's race, which is going to be, of course, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're having a great race weekend there. We've got to finish up this race weekend here with the run of the Snickers Cup Series race here at Lime Rock. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to get part of the group today. We have the official full finish results, overall point standings, 50 points, and chase points heading next week at Indianapolis. Also, be sure to follow the Instagram, social media, Facebook, and Twitter. Links are in the description. As you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, off-road racing at its best. Of Charles Sanford, but now he's got left side damage. But he still opens up his distance. He still keeps the distance, putting himself in second place, McCurdy. But all that ground he gained, he just lost right there. But what a save!